Robin Williams once said, "Smiles don't mean I'm okay, laughs don't mean I'm okay, and I'm okay doesn't mean that I'm okay." Today I'm going to talk to you about the relationship between comedians and depression. When researching this topic, I didn't expect to see such a strong correlation between the two subjects. I want to inform people about this topic and help make people more aware about it. In this speech, I will tell you what depression is and who it affects, the relationship between comedians and depression, and how you can help someone who may be experiencing depression. So what is depression? According to Mabel's Medical Guide, depression is one of the most common psychiatric factors that is either caused by biological, physiological, social, or environmental factors. It defines a fleeting mood, but for others, physical appearance of sadness. Who does it affect? Millions of adults suffer from being clinically depressed. Like I mentioned before, it can affect someone physically as well as personally, vocationally, and socially. And now I'm going to show you a video presented by BuzzFeed Yellow talking about how depression isn't always obvious. In this video, you can see that someone who seems happy even is suffering from depression as well. Depression is not discriminating. It can affect every race and gender. There's a huge stigma today that people who are clinically depressed are not sick. Next, we're going to talk about comedians who have suffered from depression and why it's so common among them. At the beginning of this speech, I read a quote to you by Robin Williams. He is just one of many who have suffered from depression and who later took their life because of it. Comedians Mark Maron, Chris Farley, and Jim Norton are some of the many who have taken their lives due to depression and addiction. But there are some today who are battling depression, such as Wayne Brady. In an article, The Daily Dot, written by Chris O., Wayne Brady says that being a comedian starts this cycle where you tell yourself these lies, and those lies become true to you. So you stick to your own truth that you've set up. If I am this bad, then why should any of this matter? I feel at this point you end up wanting to stop the pain. So why is depression so common in comedians? According to Dr. Randy Kaminsky, a professor at Columbia University, the reason so many comedians are at risk for mental illness is because being funny is not the same thing as being happy. It is a way to escape the depression and anxiety. Dr. Michael Clark, Vice Chairman of Clinical Affairs at Johns Hopkins, says people with a more creative side do seem to have a greater rate of mood disorders like depression and bipolar disorder. He also says it could have a biological basis in the emotional centers of the brain. It is also